This episode is sponsored by Day by Day Book, a guided journal that helps you navigate the ups and downs of change while creating a life you love. For more information on the classic, recovery, or teen daybook, go to livedaybyday.com. Now, for those of you seeking new opportunities, the key to unlocking the next level of your career isn't just about working harder, it's connecting smarter. Networking isn't about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about building a meaningful strategic relationship that opens doors to new career possibilities. Welcome to Journeys Through Change, a podcast that inspires women to let go of the fear and say yes to possibility. I'm your host, Noelle Van, an author, creator, and empowerment coach who spent years in corporate America helping innovators and leaders ride the waves of change with ease and grace. I now work with women to step into change and unleash the power they have to create a life they love. Whether you're contemplating a change in your career, relationship, health, lifestyle, or anything in between, nothing's off the table. I'll be offering up simple insights to help you manage the ups and downs of change and sharing interviews with successful women who took a leap of faith to create the life they knew they were meant to live, sharing their wisdom, advice, and all the juicy lessons they learned along the way. So get cozy in your favorite comfy chair and let's get started. In last week's episode, we talked a bit about stepping up in your career, and today I wanted to touch upon leveraging relationships and building a network that supports you 24/7 as you rise in your career in or outside of corporate. Now, the beauty of networking is it really applies to all of us. So if you don't fall into these categories of working within a corporation or for yourself, just know that cultivating relationships is the cornerstone of building community and connection with others on any level. So it helps us grow in everything we do. So let's start with expanding your network with purpose, and that is leveraging connections to create new career possibilities. Now, for those of you seeking new opportunities, the key to unlocking the next level of your career isn't just about working harder, it's connecting smarter. Networking isn't about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about building a meaningful strategic relationship that opens doors to new career possibilities. So let's talk about how you can start cultivating more of these relationships to make it a win-win for everyone involved. Now, the first is shifting from transactional to transformational networking. Now, many professionals approach networking with a "what can I get" mindset. Instead, focus on how you can add value to others. This shift makes you more memorable and creates a foundation for longer-term, mutually beneficial relationships. And here are a few ways that you could do this. Offer insights, introductions, or support before asking for anything in return. Or follow up with genuine interest. Be the person who stays in touch, not just when you need something. Think beyond job titles. Connect with people at all levels and across industries. Now, the second is identify your next level connections. So rather than aimlessly expanding your network, identify key people who align with your career goals. This can be a whole host of people that you may never have considered before. You can think about industry insiders, people who are already where you want to be. Cross-industry connectors, those who can introduce you to opportunities outside of your current sector. Decision makers, those are leaders who influence hiring, partnerships, and business decisions. And then amplifiers, those are thought leaders, influencers, or content creators who can give you visibility. Now, as an exercise, make a list of 10 to 15 people you'd like to connect with and develop a strategic approach to engaging with them. Send them an email, DM, or you could just set up time with them to talk. As you know, it can be so fun to hear from someone in your past, and when you get that request, it's always fun to reconnect. Now, the next is showing up where the right people are. Your dream connections aren't always at traditional networking events. Think a bit more creatively and start exploring industry conferences or masterminds. These are back in full swing now after the pandemic, and you can always start by learning mindset from others and just asking smart and engaging questions. For online communities, there's LinkedIn groups, Twitter, X threads, and niche professional forums. Those can all be gold mines. Now, this is huge because we all know the connections we can make in these spaces. It really isn't about volume either. It's about using these channels for initial connection and then moving forward to building deeper bonds. The next is through podcasts and webinars. Engage with guests and hosts by commenting, sharing insights, and reaching out directly. This holds true for hosting or guesting. You know I love this because, as I've shared with you before, my podcast is a perfect example of how many amazing touch points can be made. Think about all the incredible women we've had on here, and it just drives home that either inviting a conversation or listening to others can help you connect with them, and it can be so, so valuable. Now, a tip here is don't just attend, but participate. Engage in conversations, ask thoughtful questions, and follow up with new contacts that you make. Now, the next is use the give first approach to strengthening relationships. I say this all the time in business. Instead of leading with a request, establish credibility by offering value first. Ways to do this include sharing an article or a resource relevant to your work with someone else, making introductions that can be mutually beneficial. How can each of you win through collaboration or partnerships? You could offer a skill or insight based on your expertise. And over-deliver, although it's a phrase that you hear all the time with entrepreneurs, it is the best attitude to have when it comes to providing service to your network at a high level every time. The last is just supporting others' content. Always comment, share, like others' content, and make sure that you're letting them know what a good job you think they're doing. When you consistently give, people naturally want to reciprocate when opportunities arise. The next is master the art of the warm outreach. Cold outreach can be intimidating and often ineffective. Instead, aim for warm introductions through mutual connections or by engaging with someone's content before reaching out. You want to reference common ground, so mention shared connections, interests, or past work. Keep it short and simple. A concise message with a simple reason for connecting works best. And then make it easy to say yes. Instead of asking for a big commitment, just request a quick chat or some insights. Now, the next is leverage content to attract the right people. One of the best ways to expand your network is by becoming a magnet for the right connections, by sharing content that showcases your expertise and interests. You can do this by posting LinkedIn articles or insights related to your industry. Don't be shy, because LinkedIn has come a long way and is a terrific channel to showcase your work and expertise. Comment thoughtfully on industry leaders' posts to get noticed, and share lessons from your leadership journey to engage like-minded professionals. These are all ways that you can really keep that conversation going on LinkedIn. And your content should signal to others what you're about and where you're headed. This attracts the right opportunities. And then lastly, nurture your network consistently. Strong networks are built before you need them. Keep relationships warm by checking in with people regularly, even if it's just a quick message. Sharing wins, insights, or opportunities with your connections, and then offering help when possible, even in the smallest of ways. A well-maintained network ensures you're top of mind when the right opportunity arises. If you're feeling restless and unrecognized, your next career move might not be on a job board. It's likely in the hands of someone you haven't met yet. By strategically expanding and nurturing your network, you create new career possibilities that align with your ambitions. So start today by reaching out to one new person, offering value, and opening the door to what's next. That's it for now. Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Journeys Through Change podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or really wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us and leave a review if you've enjoyed this episode. And share it with a friend or on social media to spread the good word, so more women like you can find us and join in on the fun. For more information on the podcast or Day by Day book, go to livedaybyday.com.